Day 162. 1 Kings chapter 5 and 6. 2 Chronicles chapter 2 and 3. In today's episode of Scripture Whispers, we will recount from what we have read before. We will uncover 6 lessons from the story of Solomon building the temple. Before Solomon built the temple, he spent significant time planning. He communicated with King Hiram, organized workers, gathered materials, and secured partnerships. The temple did not suddenly appear. The visible building was preceded by invisible preparation. Many people admire success but overlook preparation. They celebrate the graduation but forget the years of study. They admire a thriving business but do not see the sacrifices behind it. They applaud a successful marriage but do not know the intentional work invested in building trust and communication. Solomon teaches us that preparation is not a delay, it is part of the process. Many of us want immediate results. We live in a world of instant messages, instant purchases, and instant entertainment. Yet God's greatest works often require careful preparation. Perhaps you are preparing for a new career, starting a business, raising children, leading a school, or serving in ministry. Do not become discouraged if progress feels slow. Preparation is often God's workshop, where He develops the character needed to sustain the blessing He intends to give. Please don't rush what God is helping you build. We also learn that although Solomon was wise, he could not build the temple alone. He needed skilled craftsmen from Tyre. He needed cedar wood from Lebanon. He needed laborers, supervisors, planners, and artisans. God's project required cooperation. Sometimes we mistakenly believe strength means doing everything ourselves. But God often works through partnerships. No teacher succeeds without support from parents and colleagues. No business owner thrives without customers and staff. No family flourishes when everyone works independently. Even the wisest king needed help. One of the greatest signs of maturity is learning when to seek assistance and when to value the contributions of others. In today's culture, independence is often celebrated. Yet Scripture repeatedly shows that God designed people for community. The dream God has given you may require connections, mentors, friends, advisors, and supporters. Instead of asking, "Why do I need others?" perhaps we should ask, "Who has God placed around me to help accomplish His purpose?" God's vision for your life may be bigger than what you can accomplish alone. The descriptions of the temple are remarkable. The finest timber was used. The walls were carefully crafted. Gold covered many surfaces. Every detail received attention. The temple was built with excellence because it was dedicated to God. This does not mean that serving God requires luxury or extravagance. Rather, it teaches that God deserves our best effort. Excellence is not perfection. Excellence means doing the best we can with what God has provided. A teacher honors God by preparing lessons carefully. A parent honors God by being intentional in raising children. A student honors God by putting effort into learning. An employee honors God by working faithfully even when no one is watching. Too often people reserve excellence for activities that bring recognition, while offering God whatever remains. The temple reminds us that our work can become an act of worship. Whatever God places in your hands, handle it with excellence. In the middle of all the construction details, God interrupted Solomon with an important message. God essentially told Solomon that his presence among the people would depend on their obedience to him. Notice what happened. God shifted the focus from the building to the people. The temple was magnificent, but God's concern was the condition of their hearts. This lesson remains relevant today. We can have beautiful church buildings, successful organizations, impressive achievements, and carefully crafted public images. Yet God still asks, "Are you walking in my ways?" A person may look successful outwardly while struggling inwardly. God values character more than appearance. He values obedience more than performance. He values integrity more than reputation. While people often focus on what can be seen, God focuses on what cannot. The Whisper says, "A beautiful life is built first in the heart." David desired to build the temple, but Solomon completed it. The vision passed from one generation to another. David prepared resources. Solomon carried the vision forward. This is a powerful reminder that life is bigger than one generation. Many blessings we enjoy today exist because someone before us invested time, prayer, sacrifice, and effort. A teacher builds on lessons taught by previous educators. A child benefits from the sacrifices of parents and grandparents. A leader inherits opportunities created by those who came before. Sadly, Modern culture often encourages people to act as though they achieved everything independently. The temple story reminds us to appreciate those who laid foundations before us. It also challenges us to leave something meaningful for those who come after us. The question is not merely, what am I building? The greater question is, what foundation am I leaving behind? Honor the sacrifices of those before you, and leave a legacy for those after you. The temple took 7 years to complete. Stone by stone. Beam by beam. Year after year. There were no shortcuts. There were no overnight results. Yet the finished temple became one of the most significant buildings in Israel's history. Many of us become frustrated because growth seems slow. We want instant transformation. We want immediate answers. We want quick success. But God's process often unfolds gradually. A child's character develops over years. A strong marriage grows through countless ordinary days. Leadership is formed through repeated experiences. Faith matures through seasons of trust and testing. The most valuable things in life are rarely built overnight. If your progress seems slow, remember the temple. Every stone mattered. Every day mattered. Every step mattered. Do not despise steady progress. God often works through faithful consistency. As we conclude today's Scripture Whispers, the Temple of Solomon reminds us that God's work involves more than buildings and construction. It teaches us to prepare carefully, value partnerships, pursue excellence, cultivate obedience, honor those who came before us, and trust God's timing. The temple was eventually completed, but the deeper lesson remains. God is still building. He is building character in people. He is building faith in difficult seasons. He is building wisdom through experience. He is building lives that reflect His glory. And just like Solomon's temple, God's finest work is often accomplished one faithful step at a time. May these whispers encourage you to trust the builder, who never abandons his work.